Hey, welcome to Color Up. I'm here at the GSR and I'm going to try my luck today at the Roll to Win machine. Now, this is a strategy that I play probably the most often, especially when I get club members come to town and visit me. I don't have necessarily the bankroll to play every time with them, but a strategy like this I know will kind of keep me in the game, and with a big roll and the dice go just in my favor, you know, I can be there for a big color up. So we'll see how it works out today. Very conservative, but that is the goal of my strategy today. So let's go ahead and check it out. Basically, it's a real simple strategy. I'm gonna place the 6 and 8 and then make 2 come bets and basically work with those 4 units and see what happens and can go from there. If we do hit some numbers, we can use the profits either to cover some more numbers or maybe put odds on the come bets. We'll just kind of see how it plays out and how it works out. So let's go ahead and try it out. As soon as we get a new shooter, we'll let her finish up and then I'll go ahead and hop on the next shooter. All right, here's a little update. I can't wait any longer. She's at roll 23, so many of you might say, well, she's due, right? But there's no such thing as due. The chances are the same every roll, so we'll just see. Here, the nice thing about these machines is they'll pay you properly, even with an improper bet. I should have a bet of $6 on the 6 or 8. So instead, I just use the pass sign instead of the come. Works the same way. So as you can see, they paid me $5.84 for a $5 bet, which is 7 to 6 odds, right? Okay, so I don't need this bet here because I have it covered on the pass sign. So I'll go ahead and make my essentially second come bet. But I had to hop in on the shooter just because I'm going to be here waiting all day if I don't. So we'll get this going and we'll see what happens from here on out. So the come's going to travel to the 5. And then I'll make one more. So I'm basically hedging if that big red does happen to show. Takes a little sting out of it. But this is kind of my last bet. We'll see what happens here. But I got some decent numbers working for me, the 5, 6, and 8. It'd be nice to repeat one of those. This is a lady. She is setting the dice. She kind of lost them on her back swing, but it looks like she's doing kind of a hard way set here. Now she's just any hard ways it looks like. All right, we'll take that. It's a quick win in the come. So it takes a minute, so I'm probably calling him out before the dealer. As you can see, he has to enter them into the computer before it shows up. But it is real dice. He just waits for the results. And now we're in good shape. We still only have we have $20 to bet, but we really only have $10 invested. So if we can get another hit, I'll probably spread to another number. We'll just see where this come bet goes. So we got an 8, so that's good. We'll just replace that with a come bet. Again, this 5 is going to pay $5.84. Probably confuses some of you. You're used to always having that $6. Now I don't need that there, so I could just pull that off. And now we have these bets working, and we're at no cost to us. I'm going to make one more. No, I'm just going to roll it out with the 5, 6, and 8 and see what happens here. So today I have with me Gary and Chris hanging out. So they're over to my left. I won't tell you what kind of strategy they're playing. How you doing? Huh?
What's this for?
It's marketing, and I have a YouTube video, so just recording the table.
Do you think I can just sit here?
Yeah, as long just be careful with that so it doesn't bump the leg. But yeah,
Okay.
do you want to play? You can play there too. Yeah, just try not to bump that. Sorry about that.
No.
Appreciate it.
I thank you for letting me see.
Yeah. All right, so we got a little action and we're up $1, so not the end of the world. So I usually wait for the come out roll and do this 6 and 8 and the come instead of the 6 and 8 and the pass sign. They're the same bet. It's just for me easier to track whenever I can see the come up there. As silly as that is, that's a lot of times what I'll do. So I'll go ahead and wait for the come out this time. Let him establish a point. We have another dice setter. Looks like he's putting all 7s. All right, point of 10. As soon as he enters it, the screen will come alive, and then I'll be able to make my bets. So we'll place those, and then we'll follow it up with 2 come bets, and then kind of see where we reevaluate after that. So the reason I do this is obviously Big Red doesn't hurt you bad. We got some good numbers working for us, and then come bet's a great bet, especially good if you're doing odds. This table allows you to do 5 times odds across all the number. On a 3, 4, 5, basically it's kind of break even where place bets actually pay more than come bet odds, but anytime you're at 5 times odds or higher, odds are a great bet. A little short roll, but they let us have it. This is an ideal situation where our come travels to 6, but we get paid. So I'm just going to pull that out of there, and we'll do it again. All right, let's see what he's setting to now. There's 4s on top. Oh, hard 6. This will just pay off and on. Some people like the hard 6. Now digitally, they remove your bet, but it did pay off and on, so I'm going to have to repeat the bet. So $15 out here, but really only 5 at risk. We get one more hit, we'll be in good shape. So it looks like he's doing kind of a hard way set there. 8 easy, nice. Again, we like this. We'll get paid, and the come's going to move up to a great number. Now, I don't necessarily like using the come bet as much because I'm not going to play a bunch of odds. So what I'm going to do instead is, because now I have a profit, I'm going to now cover some more numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and move 5 or 9, whatever. I'm going to kind of work my way out if I can get some profit. And on digital machines, they take the VIG on the end, so you always want to buy the 4, 5, 9, and 10 as opposed to placing it. Hey, we guessed correctly. So we got paid $7.13 as a buy bet as opposed to just 7. And I'm going to go ahead and use that money to go ahead and buy the 5. So we got a little bit of profit, but we got some great numbers covered. Yeah, so 3's on top. It's not quite a sec. Oh, yep, he is switching. And he's got the 4s facing me, so he does like a hard way set, excuse me. 12 crabs. We don't care about that. So it depends on the table. There's a lot of criticism, you know, hey, it's not a real table. Obviously it's not. You can't handle the chips. The excitement level, I've seen these tables get pretty amped up. We're here on a Monday afternoon, so table's not full, and you know, not everyone's, you know, super excited as they might be in the evening or on the weekend. But I have seen these tables get a lot of fun. All right, that's the end of a roll, so that's all right. Yeah, he rolled 7. Again, it didn't hurt us. We made a couple bucks, basically paid for another shooter, and we had an opportunity, right? If you continue to roll, we were in good shape. So it's what I kind of like about this strategy. And you're not worried about the early 7s. The dreaded 0.7 is not a big concern here. But this table does have some perks. As far as, you know, how you can make the bets, you can buy the numbers. It pays down to the penny, so you're going to get, you don't have to worry about improper bets. You do actually earn some comp points, which I should reset my card. It's not working. Make sure you double check that. They don't pay as well. They kind of, not like a slot machine, so they trickle in. But it does accrue some points. As soon as he enters it, should open up. So if you're wondering, that's why I'm just placing 5, because it pays just as well. It still pays 7 to 6. Just in the casino or at the real table, they have to round down because they don't carry, you know, quarters. All right, a 9. Meter 9. So our come bet's going to travel. It's a good number for us. I'm going to make one more come bet, and we'll kind of be done with that shooter. All right, 8. I'll take that. It's a good one for us. There can be a little excitement at these tables. All right, it comes going to travel. It's kind of a shilling for a hard ways bet. I don't need that place bet when I got covered with. Now the tricky part is those are working. So let's come out on an 8 or 9, and hopefully we don't lose them. Kind of sets him a little bit, and then he wings them. 7 on the come out. It's a good time for it, but not if you have come bets working. We'll see what happens this time. Again, I'm going to just wait for him to establish a point. You can do it either way. I can do the pass line and then just work my 6 and 8, but I just prefer point to be set, place the 6 and 8, and then make a come bet. So he puts some 5s on top, but then he kind of shakes them and throws them. 3 craps. I'm still working on getting them to allow me to film on the live table. So as fun as this is, the live table, that's going to be something. So hopefully we can get to that soon. Still in the work, a lot of permissions, a lot of hoops to jump through. So, but in the meantime, I hope you guys are enjoying videos like this. Seven on the come out again. I don't think my don't players over here are doing too well next to me. You're going to keep after it though. Yeah? All right. Gary's hanging in there. Chris is down a little bit. Here we go, coming out. So he's putting the 5s on top, and then he does a little grab and shake and throw. Dice off the table. You don't see that too often on this table. So it is like a real hard surface. It's got kind of like a little rubbery layer on top, but it's some sort of plexi or glass below. And you'll see they have these ridges, and that's to kind of prevent dice sliding. All right, we're out on an 8. So initially they didn't have those, and I think there were some guys coming in and sliding the dice on these roll-to-win machines, not necessarily here. So they added all these little speed bumps to kind of prevent that. Because really, so dice slide, how it works, normally you set one number and you would slide it, and then you just roll one dice, so it looks like they're both rolling, but you eliminate so many dice combinations because one die, let's say you put it on the 6 facing up and you slide it down, well, now you know how many combinations you're working with. So that's kind of how that works, but that's what these little speed bumps prevent. All right, let's see what happens here. Nine. I think this is what happened last time. 6 and 8 went out to the 9. We followed up with one more comeback. You can see the fire going. He's already above average. Average rolls 8.5 rolls if you count the come out rolls. So he's a hot shooter, supposedly. Roll number 9. Let's see if he can keep it going. So for me, it's kind of wasted a lot of rolls for me because I haven't had much going on, right? So now I'm at my biggest risk on this strategy. I've got all my 20 bucks up there. Really nothing paid me back. So I got to hit some of these numbers and recoup some of that. Gave up on the lay odds, huh? Just running out of money.
It's just game, just kind of takes you down. It's like a lot of points can hit you.
Yeah. All right, shooter. Oh, missed it on the 5. This side of the table, shooter, this side. 6 through 10 is what I want to see. I mean, I could reduce some risk by pulling a number off. But whatever. I got a good number. Gives me 5 dice combinations. But you never know. So this strategy will kind of keep you hanging in there, and then if we can get a big roll, then hopefully we can take advantage of it. It just depends on how the dice kind of work out. So there's a 6, that'll be good for us. I'm gonna leave this bet, and I'll probably, because I'm thinking about buying the 9 as well, but I'm gonna get one more hit to recoup a little more money.
Oh no, there are some that are 19.
I really like to have my come bets down before I start covering all the numbers, and just kind of depends. I would have lost the come bet if I went through the come again.
We use some arcade systems. I don't think you know this anymore.
The thing you could do on these digital machines, so for instance, you could do like a dollar horn. Basically, you're putting 25 cents on each of them.
Well, that seems to be the big thing.
So instead of paying 30, it's going to pay 7.50. I'm not gonna mess with that. See a horn, bet a horn. I probably should. We'll see what happens. All right, 8. Hit our point. Huh? A little bit. I can come over there. You're doing good. It markets for them a little bit, and then it goes on my channel, so it helps me out. So it's a little both. All right, out on the 4. So our bets automatically came on. So another thing nice about these digital machines, so you can kind of, there's these quick things. You can turn them all off. You can cancel them all. We can turn them all on. I can cancel and choose, particular ones I want to cancel. I do want that on there. Oh. Yeah, well, now I got a proper bet of $6. So there is a countdown timer. I think there's plenty of time. Some people say there's not enough time. Obviously for this video, you guys can kind of see there's actually too much time for me. I'm not doing a complicated strategy though. If you're interested in hot bets, kind of pulls out from side menu. He hit the point again. We got some stick change superstition going on. We're cheering for Terminal 6.
Is that okay? I eat? Can I eat here? No.
Sorry. Drink all the beer you want?
This is a long roll, but it hasn't really worked out for us yet. It's just how the dice roll. Sometimes it's repeating numbers, sometimes it's not. So it just depends. I don't have the magic formula for you if that's what you're looking for. But he's doing well. Yo 11, come out winner. Right-siders are happy. See the girl. But you're done? You guys are done?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got 100 He's down.
I'm up 3. I'm up 3. $3, not 300. Yeah. Now, if I would have been betting aggressively, I could have been, because I think this is like third row in a roll, third shooter that we've had like 15 plus rolls. All right, 7 on the come out. So the tricky part with doing these videos is, look, I'm quite a ways into this, right? 30 some minutes, and you haven't seen much action. So I don't know if you guys are interested in this sort of thing, or I could fast forward these things, but it's kind of tough to keep your interest, I would imagine. I don't know, maybe you kind of like this sort of thing. But it's definitely a little bit slower. All right, we finally out on a point. Oh, I forgot I lost my comebacks. I didn't even pay attention there. Just make that a 5. And basically, if I have all canceled, I'm basically where I started. So I haven't done anything. So I'm going to basically start the strategy over, kind of start afresh, just because I lost those come bets. Let's see what happens. He's 19 rolls in though, and I haven't won any money, so. When you're playing conservative, that's what you give up, the chance to win good money. So it just depends on what your goal is. That's no good for the cum. I think that's the first time we lost in the cum. I wish I could take it back. There was a cheating scandal on these machines where I guess people actually did that, is they convinced the dealer to send the dice before the timer. So they were like, I have to shoot before the timer. They'd throw the dice, see the results, and then enter. So that's pretty scummy, but hey, that's what was happening. All right, shooter. 8. So here comes going to travel. We'll replace bet. So we win 584. But it's a locked bet, which is not my favorite. That's why I use those come bets to hedge the first couple rolls, and I'll do it again, but I don't necessarily like to do that. I like the flexibility of place and buy bets. But again, I'm kind of down for the shooter, so. right, goes up to a decent number. And I lost one comeback. I'm just going to leave it because I'm only kind of basically betting 4 units. So at this point, I'm going to need a winner to come down.
Would you like to place a hard weight bet?
So let me clarify. He's at roll 22. I said you could take advantage and win a lot with a big roll, but you know, we've been doing a lot of come out rolls. There's been rolls that I haven't been on. So just the dice are kind of working their way around, and I'm not winning much. But if you start on the 6 and 8 and then start hitting the comebacks and then they kind of go back up, you can really color up well. But here I'm just kind of spinning my wheels a little bit. All right, so we hit our 9.
9. It's 9.
Color up.
Color up. Nice. That's a great name. You have a guy named Toothpick Man.
Yeah.
He comes there every now and then. Really good guy.
Yeah.
We're 10 to 6. Our crew is 10 to 6. Yeah, we'll be out of here in a couple hours.
No more bets.
So instead of coming through the com, I'm buying it at this point. So if I can get any more, I convert from those comebacks to start placing and buying. But again, we still need numbers to roll. The roll can continue forever if I'm not hitting the ones I've got covered. There's that 9 right back.
9. It's 9.
So I can collect, but I don't have anything invested, right? I'm still back at my 200. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy the 5. You know, I've got $20 out here. I'm into the game for $5, right? And I've been here for 40 some minutes. So, you know, that was my goal, to hang out with these guys while they're playing, not really have much at risk. But I got an opportunity. If we can keep this roll going from here on out, once I get all the numbers covered, I'll start pressing. Oh, and of course, as soon as I get everything up. Nice roll.
7 up, 7 up. 9 away. You want to roll? I'm not rolling.
Oh, you're not? Okay. There's a little button you could, if you turn that off, it'll tell you, the dealer, that you don't want to roll, and it'll skip you. So this time, because I am shooting, I will bet on the pass line, because you got to have a line bet to shoot. And then I forgot, this is how you tip. So we got to tip for good luck, right? So let's go ahead and send them a little tip. Hopefully that'll help our shoot. You're welcome. And I'm just going to grab them and wing them today. All right, we're out on that 6. That's a good one for us. So I don't need the place up here.
Place your bet. Would you like to place a €1 bet?
So we'll just go ahead and put that back in the cum, because we got the 6 and 8 covered, and we'll basically make it 2 cum bets. I start on the pass line, but again, they're the same bet. So either way you want to do it.
No more bets.
I got to beat, what, 20 some rolls, right? Is that what you just did?
Yeah. 4 hard way.
Hard 4.
We're trying to figure out what comes out for 40. At 8 rolls, she says hot shooter. 24 super hot shooter. 40 is awesome hot shooter.
Okay, I didn't know they changed.
Next one, okay?
50 at 50?
I don't even know
I've seen a 50 here, but I didn't know. All right, I'm basically going to stick with my 4 bets. No, I got 3, so I can actually make one more cum bet. A hard 6?
No more bets.
I could do that. Here you go. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll get the other half. No, I don't want to get the other half. Let's see. All right, so I do lose in the come. That's the problem with the come bet, right? But it does hedge against the worst number. Oh, he set him up for me. He gave me a hard 6. We'll see if we can throw it back. Got a good dealer here. Good stick. All right, hard 10. How about a hard 10? All right. As long as it's a hard way, they'll take it. So now I'm kind of all over the map here. I got the outside and the inside. Okay. Now I'm just going to kind of ride it out. I got to hit some of these back and recoup some of my money before I start spreading out. So we got the 4, 6, 8, and 10. You got to be on all of them. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry, everyone. So hit the 7. So look, I did the worst for myself. And everyone else had kind of tread water. For myself, I lost money. I'm probably going to keep playing, but I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here for this session. And you might see me separate this for another video and play through it. But so long for now, and hopefully the next few shooters I can get a good roll. So however you like to play, conservative, aggressive, just really depends on your goals. Good luck on coloring up.